Hi, and welcome to this calming Hatha flow. Grab yourself whatever props you like for this practice so that you can feel really nice and supported. I have chosen 2 blocks and a cushion, so take your time to collect anything that you might need. And we're going to start seated in a cross-legged position. So again, I have chosen to sit on top of the block here just to get a little bit more space in my hip joint so it doesn't feel so strained. Once you have situated yourself on your mat, cross the legs, close the eyes, and then turn the palms to face upwards. So we get this nice opening inside of the shoulder joints. And I just want you to start by tuning into the breath. So we're going to be working with the breath throughout the whole practice. So let's establish a nice slow pace of deep breathing. Maybe breathing in for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You might choose to do the exhales out through the mouth instead of the nose, just to get that extra bit of release in the body. So we're breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Sigh it out or through the nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, breathing in. 2, 3, 4. Out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And keep going with that pace, slowly and steady. Focusing on making the exhale slightly longer than the inhale. For this next couple breaths, let's close the mouth if you haven't exhaling out the mouth and start to only breathe in and out of the nose. Noticing the body expanding on the inhale and then releasing on the exhale. Once you finish your last breath, you can blink the eyes open. Turn the palms down and then grab a hold of your knees. So stretch your elbows and just place the palms of your hands onto your knees. Next breath in, you're going to roll the shoulders back and down and puff the chest up to the ceiling, maybe gazing up as well. And as you exhale, curve the spine, pull the belly button back and in, and drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, coming through and lifting the chest, swaying the back. So stick your butt out at the back as well. And then exhale, pull your tailbone under, drop the chin to your chest, look at your belly button. Inhale to arch and lift. Exhale to curve and drop. We are expanding on the inhale and contracting on the exhale. 2 more times. Breathing in, ripple yourself, open up the chest. And exhale to fold and curve. Last one. Breathing in. And out. Breathe in to come to a neutral spine, so just stacking yourself as normal. Maybe find a little bit more length between your sit bones and the crown of the head. So find a nice tall spine. Bring both arms to the sky, inhale. Up and over towards the right, left arm reaches to the side. Find a nice side body stretch here. Grounding the left sit bone down. And then breathe into the side ribs here. Find some space for your breath. One more deep breath in. And we're going to curve forwards. Again, look at your belly button. Find that curved position with the head and spine. And then reach the right arm towards the left to come all the way back up. We go again, deep breath in, arms up. To the other side, right arm reaches to the left. Holding here for a couple breaths. Finding the right sit bones grounding down as you reach the right fingertips up and away. One more deep breath in, finding a little bit more length, and then curve forward and around. Look at your belly button. Drop the head, drop the shoulders. Reach the left fingertips away from you, and then come up to a seated position. Good, we're going to come out of our seat. So move away the block, or if you had anything else under your hips, and leave it there for later. Stack your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips for some cat-cow. So we did this seated. On the inhale, you drop the belly, you arch the spine and look up, puffing the chest forward. Exhale to curve the spine, push the floor away. Look at your belly button. Again, breath in, look forward. And exhale to curve. Last one, breathing. Breathe out. Remember, 4 count inhale, 6 count exhale. Same pace as before. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're in your cow pose. Tuck the toes. We come back into a downward facing dog. Hips up and away. Take some deep breaths here. Maybe shift the hips a little bit from side to side, rocking into the left foot, into the right foot. Let's give the head a shake, no. Releasing the neck, shake the head, yes. And then we are breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do that a couple more times. Last breath here. Then lift the heels, look forward. Just step to the top of the mat, gently, gently. Walk the feet wider than your hands. Turn the toes out slightly. And then sit the hips down for Malasana. Hands at heart center. Open up the knees. And to let the chest come forward. So roll the shoulders back and down. Find a nice long spine here. If the heels can't reach the floor, that's totally fine. Just grounding them down as far as they can come. And then maybe do a little shift. Again, a little sway from side to side. Maybe close the eyes and just finding the length in the spine that we established earlier in the practice. From here, reach your left fingertips down to the floor and maybe move the shoulder a bit closer to your knee. Open up the right arm to the sky for a twist. Take a few breaths in here and you feel that you're engaging the shoulder blades gently together to broaden the front of the chest. And then bring the hands back to heart center. We do the other side, the right fingertips down. Maybe move the shoulder closer to the knee. Opening up into your twist. Gaze can follow the hand if that feels okay. slight engagement of the shoulder blades. And then coming back, hands to heart center. Bring the hands to the floor. Pour a little bit of weight in your hands and then lift the hips gently up. Turn the feet parallel. They're still quite wide here. And just come into your ragdoll, grabbing a hold of opposite elbows. Let the shoulders and the head drop down. And let's do a little sway from side to side. Releasing the lower back, releasing the neck. Make sure you bend your knees enough so that you don't feel like your lower back is strained here. It should feel quite spacious. So you might have to have quite a lot of bend in your knees. And then come to stillness. Release the hands to the floor. Bend the knees even deeper. We're going to roll up the spine for 10, 9, 8, one vertebra at a time, 6, 5, articulating your way up for 3, 2, reach the hands up towards the sky, and then bring the hands to the heart center. Keep the legs wide for now. From here, we're going to roll straight back down. So drop the hands and then drop the chin to your chest and start to reverse your way back down. So the head goes first. Bend your knees quite early here so you don't strain the back or the hamstrings. And then just slowly let yourself roll back down until the hands can touch the floor. Place the hands flat, look forward a little bit, and we're just going to step the left leg back for a lizard lunge. Back knee to the floor. You might want to creep that right leg forward a bit so that we have the knee and heel alignment here. Coming into a lizard lunge, feel free to turn out your front foot to create a little bit more space. Maybe you can come to your elbows. We have a few breaths here to just work into the right hip joint. Breathing in some space there. So make sure you're not forcing anything. If you want to come down to the elbows, but you're not quite comfortable there, you can put a block underneath the elbows to give yourself a bit more room. Find your 4 count breath in, 2, 3, 4, and 6 count exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more of those. Maybe closing the eyes and just focusing on the length and depth of your breath. And about 2. And focusing on releasing anything that feels tight with the breath, with the exhale. All right, coming up onto your hands, keep the legs where they are, but shift your hips back a little bit. And then bring your right elbow on top of your right knee to come into a side bend here. Maybe look over towards the left a little bit. Take a few breaths here. Imagine you can grow really long from the left knee that's on the floor up to your left fingertips, reaching towards the corner of the ceiling. And then bring the hand down. We're going to keep the right leg forward, but move the hips all the way back this time. We're going to come down to a seat. So a few options here. The hips can go all the way to the floor, and then you sit with your left leg in this acute angle, or you can prop your hips again up on a block if that doesn't feel comfortable. Deep breath in, lift the chest, and then slowly start to walk yourself forward into a forward fold. Another good use of the block here is to rest the head on it.
Close the eyes, find your breath. It's all about breathing out tension, trying to release in the muscles. So all the stretches that we do, we want to stay soft and gentle in them. Not thinking about increasing our flexibility, but just stretching out the tightness that the day or the week brings. Good. Now slowly move your way up from there.
Stay where you are with your left leg and potentially also the right leg. See how you go, or you can bend it in. This will make this next stretch a little bit more intense. We're going to come backwards. I'm just going to move forward onto our mat. We're going to come back in for a quad stretch. If you can, come down to the elbow, go there. Maybe you can lay all the way down, or maybe you can use your cushion here to rest the upper body on a cushion. And you should feel a stretch on the front of your left thigh, so your quads. Just let yourself, whatever position you've chosen, breathing into the sensation wherever that sits for you. Slightly exhaling a little bit longer than inhaling. Scanning the body for places to release, places to send the breath and oil for smoothness. Take one full breath in. To easily come out of this, roll yourself over to the right hand or the right arm, and then use both hands to push yourself up. Step the right leg forward. We're going to come into a fingertip lunge. So power up the back leg just for a moment. Look forward. Let's have a breath in. And then step the leg wide. Maybe move the right leg out a bit wider as well for your right dog. Hang it here for a second. Breath in, look forward. And we're just going to step the right leg back far on the mat for your lazy lunge on the other side. Hands on the inside of the left leg. Maybe turning that leg out. Rearrange it as you need. Coming down onto the elbows, maybe elbows to blocks. Having a moment here of just exploring any tension and tightness that can be released and sent out of the body with the exhale. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more breath. And then coming up onto the hands, if you went down to your elbows. Moving the hips back a little bit, maybe stack the hip over the knee. And then left elbow to left knee, right arm up and over for a side stretch, just for a moment. Breathing in for length. And then placing that hand back down. Keep moving your hips back for your hamstring stretch. So one-legged forward fold. Sitting on the inside of your right foot, if that's possible for you. If not, any other variations, or block underneath the hips. Breath in, puff the chest. And then coming forwards, maybe block to rest the head on so that your neck can release fully. Finding your slow paced breathing here. Calming the body, calming the mind, releasing the body, releasing the mind. So the body, the breath, and the mind works as a team to soften, to relax, and to let go. And then gently move your way out of that. Sitting up, keeping the left leg long for a little bit of an easier variation, or bending it in, coming back to elbows, hands, maybe your cushion, maybe all the way down to the floor. If that feels okay, in whatever body part you feel this the most in. So again, we want to go to a place where we can relax. We're not here to push ourselves into any stretches to become more flexible. And then deep breaths. If your mind loses focus, see if you can come back to the counting of the breath. Coming out of this, rolling over to the left-hand side, use your hand to help you up. Step your left leg forward, coming into your fingertip lunge. We power up that back leg just for a moment, stretching it out. Take a breath in. And then step forward to fold for your ragdoll. Legs are wide. Release the neck and the head. Gently bend the knees and start to roll up slowly again. Shoulders are soft, head is relaxed. At the top, bring the arms overhead. And then draw the palms to heart center. And then drop the hands, deep breath in, reach them up again. To fold forwards, exhale. Halfway lift on your breath in. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Have a breath in here fully. And softly exhale. We're gonna ripple forward. Look at your hands, high plank, and then drop the knees to the floor. Come to sit. Upright again. Bring the right leg out into a half straddle and the left leg is bent in. Grab your block or whatever you have handy if you have anything. Place it on the inside of your right thigh. Bring your right elbow down First side stretch here. Cradle the head into your hands. And then let's open up the left shoulder and elbow to the ceiling. Maybe close the eyes. Breathing space once again into your side body. And then gently release that. Reach the left arm behind you. We're going to come to a flush dance. So right arm up and over into a little back bend. Reach the arm behind you. Look behind you. Breath in. And then gently sit your hips back down. Move the block. Bring the right leg across the left for a seated twist. Both sit bones on the floor. Left arm to the sky, and then we twist towards the right. Use the right fingertips behind you to support a tall spine, and then use the left elbow to give a gentle push into the knee to revolve around and maybe look back over that right shoulder. Two deep breaths here. See if you can find length in the spine with each inhale and a little bit more twist on each exhale. And then slowly release. Leave the legs. We're going to stack one knee on top of the other as much as that's possible for you. It might not be exact, but find somewhere where you can get a nice stretch across the right hip. Bring the right fingertips out far away from you and then drop the left ear to the left shoulder for next stretch. Close the eyes. Now turn the chin towards the shoulder. Keep the head to the left. Have a couple breaths here. And then drop the chin all the way to the chest. Stay here for a minute in the middle. Maybe you want to walk yourself forward to fold over the legs. Whatever you do, make sure that you are using your breath to find little nooks and crannies in your body that needs a little bit of a release, or at least an encouragement to let go. And then gently coming up, lean back into your hands, stretch the legs forward, and then just give them a shake out before we go to the other side. All right, right leg in, left leg out. Use your block maybe on the inside of your left thigh, and then cradling the head in your hands as you open up the right shoulder towards the ceiling. Soft breaths into the right side ribs. One more breath in. Full breath out, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the right hand behind you, fingertips facing away from you. Come into your flush dance. Send the left arm up and back, hips forward. Breathe into a back bend. And then sit the hips gently back down. Left leg across the right. Both sit bones on the floor. Right arm up, breathe. And then exhale to twist, hook that knee and elbow together. Breathing in length. And then breathing out to twist. Two more breaths here. Lengthening and twisting. Gently release that. Stacking one knee on top of the other knee for your Gomukhasana. And then walking your left fingertips away from you as you drop the right ear to the right shoulder for a neck stretch. Coming back to the breath anytime your mind wanders into something else. 4 counts in, 6 counts out. Or if counting doesn't work for you anymore, just breathing into the sensation that you're feeling in the poses that we go into. Keeping the head to the right, turn the chin towards your shoulder. And then dropping the chin to the middle. Maybe you want to fold forwards over the legs here for a couple breaths. And then coming up, lean back into your hands, unravel yourself, shake the legs out. Coming into your Shavasana, if you have props, it might be quite nice to use them. If not, you can just lay flat on your mats, but I'm going to show you a setup that I really love for Shavasana. One block is going to go at the tall setting, and the other one is going to go at the medium setting, a little bit away from the tall one. And then you're going to bring your cushion or your bolster on top of that. So you get this nice diagonal angle. Place your hips close to your bolster and then just release your spine long onto your cushion. The legs can be in butterfly or out straight. And then let's release the palms towards the ceiling. Last position we get into in this class. So let's completely surrender to whatever you have chosen to get into. And let yourself have this next couple of minutes using the breath as we have been doing throughout the whole class as an anchor if your mind wanders somewhere else. So just notice that that's what it's doing And then take a deep breath to bring it back to the body. A last body scan to see if there's any other tension or places of stress that you can breathe into and release with the exhale. I would say stay here for another 15 to 20 breaths. That's about 5 minutes. Let your body harvest the benefits of the practice. Let your mind explore the quietness that we have established. And then let's just enjoy the stillness that we have created here. Whether you choose to stay here or not, I would like to thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.